Would you please welcome to the stage Sloan!
Good. So www.thebestdrummerIntheworld.com. We're here with Andrew Scott from Sloan. Andrew, hi. How's it going, man?
Good.
How's the tour going so far?
It's going okay.
Yeah.
I'm ready to go home.
Yeah, really. Is this like the last night of some leg?
Yeah, we're going home tonight.
Oh, cool.
So
okay, good. And then do you like how long you have been out for this little leg?
Just a couple of weeks right now.
Yeah. So new records parallel play. As we were just talking, you've got the most songs in this. I can sort of feel funny because the site is the best drummer in the world, but do you consider yourself more a songwriter or musician, or do you consider, you're right, you've had your share of hits or singles?
Well, I play everything on my songs too, so I don't really categorize myself as a drummer or the drummer.
Yeah.
But, I love playing drums, I love playing guitar, piano, I like it all.
Right. I actually did not know that. So you play all the instruments on the songs that are yours. That was one of my questions. Was do you dictate to Murphy what the?
No, actually, Chris played on one. He played the drums on one song on the record, Emergency 911, and we just basically made it up on the spot.
Really?
But generally, I'll play all the instruments just for the sake of speed, just to get it done.
Because you've got your idea of.
Yeah, I kind of know. I know what I'm after, and I'm usually the last one to kind of get my ass in gear in terms of getting the recordings done. Like everybody had all these songs already recorded and basically finished, and I hadn't even begun until early in the new year.
Is that the way that things work in Sloan? You guys have put out a couple records, and you've been pretty productive the last couple of years. We've never hear the end of it, and it's new one. A lot of songs.
Yeah.
In the last couple of years.
Well, 4 writers in the band. We could conceivably put out a 30-song album every year.
Right.
However,
finances and practical.
Yeah.
Yes.
You don't want to oversaturate a market.
Right.
That's not going to buy those records anyway.
Right. Right on. Okay. So what else is there? So the last couple records you guys have done without a producer. You guys have just produced themselves. Like Action Pack you did with Tom Rothrock, was it?
Yep.
Yeah. How do you feel? Do you feel this is more productive, more conducive to the production of the band, the songs?
I feel it's more productive for us to just produce our own records because we're basically 4 producers in one. We all know exactly the kind of fidelity we're after and the kind of production qualities, and I just think adding a person that sort of tries to take that leadership role over the 4 of us, inevitably somebody is going to be shut out, feeling just kind of like this is a fucking drag.
Right.
I wish this person was around.
Yeah.
I mean, the Rothrock thing was an experiment, and we did it, and it was fun.
Right.
But I much prefer just taking the reins myself.
Yeah.
Ourselves.
Well, the records have got great press, are great records, so.
Yeah. We're proud of the stuff we've done.
Yeah.
We try to make good records and hope that people agree with us.
I agree.
Well, it's good.
So that's why you've been named the best drummer in the world right now.
Oh, okay.
So.
I'm honored.
Congratulations on that.
You should interview the drummer from the Golden Dogs.
Oh, yeah?
Playing with us on this tour. He's the best drummer in the world.
Is he great?
He's awesome.
Oh, cool. Well, maybe I will talk to him.
Yeah.
That'd be great. Growing up in life,
my dad was a drummer, so he was probably my biggest influence.
Really?
Jazz drummer.
Did he play around Canada? Like around Canada a lot?
No, he didn't. He never played in a touring band. He just sort of played with pals of his.
Yeah.
He had made some old recordings when he was younger in Scotland.
Huh.
But he was definitely my biggest drumming influence.
Oh.
It's nice growing up with musical parents.
Yeah. Is he really?
4 years old. It's like genetic.
Yeah, that's good. That was actually one of my questions I was going to ask is, things outside of playing music. I know you're an artist as well.
Yep.
You've had an art showing last year or so.
I had a show in Halifax last year.
Cool. And what other things do you feel? How do you feel those things contribute to Sloan, or just the balance in life?
It's just another creative output that I really kind of hang on to as something to keep me sane and gives me a reason to wake up every morning. And they're very different pursuits, but they come from the same head. And I'll put a painting together in much the same way that I can put songs together. It's to sort of start with little bits and pieces and just keep adding and subtracting until you arrive at something that is working for you.
Yeah.
And if it's not, then scrap it.
Right.
Start over.
Right. Good. Cool. How about Parenthood, and how's that contributed to the scene?
Well, it really throws your life in perspective when you have kids. I have a 6-year-old and a 4-year-old. I've never particularly been a big fan of being on the road even before I had children, but now it makes it even harder to go away from them.
Right.
But we don't tour relentlessly. We're never on the road for months on end.
Right.
Most of us, save for Jay and the band, all have kids now, so we make it work.
Yeah.
Try and talk about striking a balance. You really have to do that.
Yeah.
In terms of our workload, traveling schedule.
Cool.
It's tricky.
Yeah. Is it just to serve the song? You always are serving the song well. Is there just a general approach that you take to drumming as itself? Because there's this thing that you're always doing where you're setting up the big fill and you always go past the. It's just this thing that you do that I just think is it's kind of jazzy.
This is where my father's influence comes in, and just the kind of music that I grew up listening to in the house as a kid. Like, there was never any rock and roll played in my house. It was all just jazz, like big band jazz.
Oscar Peterson.
Lots of Oscar Peterson and Buddy Rich records,
yeah.
And like, Jack Parnell, like all these big bands, Tommy Dorsey, Duke Ellington, shit like that.
Yeah.
And it definitely imprinted on me.
Yeah.
But so did really kind of knucklehead drumming too. When I was a teenager, I'd listen to like bad British metal and stuff. And I got into punk, and then basically just kind of gravitated towards like the mania of like Keith Moon,
yeah,
John Bonham and stuff like that. And that's the kind of stuff that I really still draw from all the time.
Yeah.
Moon's style is
very outside the box.
It's very outside the box, very eccentric.
Yeah.
Weird start and fills before and then after.
Yeah,
and I love that shit. We'll draw from lots of different sources musically for what our songs are trying to lend, whatever stylistically. You'll have a Keith Moon kind of drum bit next to a Fleetwood Mac sort of background vocals and whatever else you want to throw in there. We were very varied in terms of our influences.
Right.
The four of us.
Yeah.
And it's nice how you throw it all together in a little dog's breakfast.
Yeah. Right.
Hope it comes out good.
It's definitely come out good. Yeah. Okay, so just final kind of question. You guys have had some great, I from my observation of watching your career for a long time, it seems like, as I said, you guys are doing great. You have some big shows. You played with the Stones and the Police this last couple of years, doing these big shows. For yourself, as far as your idea of a fulfilling career, any goals that you feel like you want to achieve, other than writing the next song? What do you feel you want to accomplish in the future with Sloan or outside of Sloan or whatever?
I don't know. I really don't know how to think down the road. I've got to just kind of stay in the present.